Hi everyone, I'm Isaac.
And I'm Tom.
And we are with Royal Construction. And in this episode, we're going to talk about why waiting with your project until next year can cost you so much more money than doing the project earlier.
Isaacs, this is a subject I feel like it's come a lot in
Well, yes.
meetings we have a lot of customers telling us that they heard about things, a lot of unknown. So why in your opinion or at your projects, because I know that you do for yourself a lot of personal projects, I know that we're doing also for our homeowners a lot of projects. So why in your opinion, what are the reasons that we should not wait for next year?
Okay, so this is actually very easy to understand, and for anyone wants to do a project in their house, whether it's a bathroom, kitchen, new construction, second story addition, and so on. With a little bit of research, you don't need us to learn why you don't need to wait. First things first, rough materials. Prices go up. Viewers at home, if you want to do a project, this is your biggest unknown that can affect your budget. So if we take the past few months, just the tariffs, the fear of tariffs, okay, let's break it down for a little bit. Tom, let's say you are going to do a project for $200,000, and you know prices are going to go up. You know for sure prices are going up in the next few weeks. Are you just going to sit and wait for your prices to go up and pay more? Or are you going to either lock yourself in or buy the materials right now?
Definitely, I would want to lock myself in, and my personal project, I am trying to push to do it as quick as possible, and obviously to an owners. Yeah.
Exactly. So I have a lot of clients that actually bought their materials in their projects. They're going to wait for the permits. They don't care, but they bought the materials. What has happened where now everybody start buying materials and stocking up on materials? Supply and demand. So supply goes down, demand goes up. Yeah, supply and demand, and that's what we experienced in COVID. Prices for gas, insurances, products, everything went up because the chain of supply was cut dry, basically, and prices went up. So even if not the tariffs themselves, the fear of tariffs, a lot of clients are buying their materials, not to talk about 13,000 homes in Southern California that needs to be built. If you're in the area, guys, take a drive in Pacific Palisades. Half the houses there already have lumber covered in tarp. They already bought their materials. That drove the demand up. And then on top of it, you actually have the tariffs. Yep. The tariffs are driving prices up. And I'm not even saying like, be worried to wait for next year. I'll be worried to wait a month, if I'm honest with you. Like if I wait 1 month and the prices go up in the next 2-3 weeks on a small project like a bathroom remodel, okay, I'm out an extra $1,000. On a big project, building a home, extension, ADU, is anything that I want to do that is in the tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars, 5% increase, 10% increase is tens of thousands of dollars.
It is a loss.
And then the third reason is prices go up. Regardless to tariffs and the fear of tariffs, prices go up. Any project that a homeowner wants to do, if they had done that project 10 years ago, would have been 50% of whatever the cost is today. Same project, same materials, double the price. And that's 3 reasons why you don't want to wait. And one small reason, if you find a good contractor, they're probably booked out months in advance. So if you find someone and they're available anytime you want for any project you want, either they're just started or they're not a good company, because otherwise they'll have a lot of clients. If you talk to us, usually our availability is a few months out.
Yeah.
On a good day. Yeah. So that's why you want to lock in and decide you want to do the project now, so you can lock in materials, lock in your availability, and get a good contractor to do this project rate.
Yeah, and I would like to speak also about some solutions, because not everyone have the cash in advance to fund those materials, especially when you don't know when it will start to be. You might start the process of plans, design, and maybe only in 1 year you will have those permits and you can start to bid. So this is why exactly we started those programs for the tariff or the price increase with the financing. So we do have, and we started to do it in the last 6 months to help a little bit more homeowners to be able to lock those prices. One of the most popular program that we use today is the 12-month same as cash. That's basically homeowner, we help them to buy all of those materials and we fund for them at least the cost of material or other costs that they want. Usually they approve up to $100,000. That usually $100,000 will be able to buy most of your materials, unless it's in a house of 4,000 square feet. But on ADUs or small houses, $100,000 deposit will be able to hold the prices for finished material. And this is why we started the 12 months same as cash, that homeowners can have 12 months that they don't need to put nothing. And then after 12 months, they need to pay it in full without interest rate.
Yeah.
This is one good option. The other options that we today provide for homeowners to be able that they can fund those projects themselves is just to spread it for monthly payment and have a construction loan or ELOC or something like that. And that is really great, even if you calculate the interest rate that you will pay. If it's 5%, 7%, or even 10%, still it will be less.
Exactly.
The price increase.
So that's important to kind of like elaborate on, because a lot of people are saying that I want to start my project next year because I want to save money to afford the project. But the increase of the pricing of the project, and I will say this, and I'll be very honest, if you make good money and you're going to get a good raise, and you can make more money from your job than the increase in the market, then yeah, maybe you want to wait a few months and save a little bit more money. However, in reality, if prices go up 15% or 20%, the chances of your salary goes up. But other than that, it just won't make sense to postpone the project, because the amount of savings you can make by wait, you're going to lose on the back end when you actually push the project. And to wrap this up, I actually had clients who ended up not doing projects. So I've been doing this for so many years, and I still keep in touch with potential clients of mine from 10 years ago. And some of them didn't do the project, and now they're at a point where they can't afford it anymore.
You mentioned they would do it 10 years ago.
Yeah.
How much the cost was?
So they killed their project over that. So if anyone watching us and really wants to do a project, there are ways to make it happen earlier rather than later, and explore those, because if prices go up, you're probably going to be priced out of your old project.